There are two types of people found in the world, as far as showing off is concerned. One is those who have wealth. Then they show off. And those who do not have anything, do not even have wealth. The meaning of saying this is that he does not have any such quality, so people praise them. That is why he wants to make others praise him by telling lies. He pretends to be something, but nothing happens inside it. People who show off their qualities or their wealth become victims of ego. They are filled with ego without even realizing it. But gradually this ego takes away the fun and joy of their life. And those who show off, even if they do not have any qualities or wealth, such people always remain unhappy in life. Because if the truth of such people comes out sooner or later, no one believes in them. No one trusts and no one is their own in this world. His family members, even his parents, do not trust him. Because his habit of showing off makes him look inferior in everyone's eyes. In today's story, I am going to tell you. It is the story of a person who gets trapped in situations due to his pretense, and ultimately what is its result. You will get to hear this in this story itself. And along with this, you will also know in this story how to protect yourself from people who pretend, or how to avoid showing off yourself. You will get to hear all this in this story. Before you get lost in this story, do subscribe this channel and press the bell notification. Sometimes life throws you in big trouble. A young man named Rohan was stuck in a similar problem. It had been a long time since he left his house. Several months had passed. He had left his house saying that he was not come back home before earning lots of money. But even after a long time he was not getting any work. That's why he decided that he would continue to earn his living by any means. He had formed a group of 3-4 youths like himself, and they all had made a plan that they would fool any rich person and take away his money from him. Deceit, deception, lies and deceit were the weapons of Rohan and his associates. They had made a plan, but they were not able to understand how they would find their victim, and after finding them, how they would make him dumb and return his money. Ultimately, all 4 of them made a plan. His plan was that he would go to a place where many rich people come, and whoever among those rich people would show off the most would be their victim. He had found a place in the city where most of the rich people of the city used to come to gamble. The plan of all 4 of them was that they would create a play in which Rohan would be called the Maharaja of a city, and 2 of his friends would act as his bodyguards. It was not only Rohan who was pretending to be the king. Along with him, there was also his other companion, who was pretending to be the king of another city. After all, you will come to know in some time what their plan was. Next morning, everyone dressed as per their character and reached the place where most of the rich people of the city used to come to gamble. Rohan had reached that place disguised as the king of a city, and was being followed by his bodyguards. All the rich people had their eyes fixed on him, because Rohan seemed to be the richest among them all. Her attire looked precious and very attractive, due to which everyone was attracted towards her. After some time, Rohan went and sat at a place which was meant only for very important people. When Rohan sat there, his bodyguards were standing near him. Everyone was discussing among themselves and asking each other, "The king of which city is he?" Rohan's friend was also present in the same crowd. Addressing them all, he told that Rohan is a big king of a big city. And everyone believed him. Now those rich people who mostly showed off, who longed to hear their respect from a big man, started hovering around Rohan. They were thinking of Rohan as the Maharaja of some big city, and they were thinking that if we got acquainted with him, then maybe this Maharaja may be of some use to us in the future. After some time, another king also arrived there who was with Rohan, and he was also pretending to be a king like Rohan. That second king came and sat right in front of Rohan. After talking to each other for some time, both of them decided to gamble. After some time, big gambling games started being played and Rohan, who was pretending to be the king of some city, lost a huge amount in this gambling. But when Rohan tried to find his wallet to withdraw the lost amount, he could not find it. Even after searching for a long time, when he could not find the bundle, he became angry and started scolding his bodyguards and started asking them about his bundle. But his bodyguards had no answer to this. All of them were standing with their heads bowed. Rohan said very calmly, and I to Raja who was sitting in front of me, "Look, it seems that our bundle full of gold coins has gone somewhere. I admit that. I have lost in gambling, but at the moment, I have nothing to offer you. If you give me your address, I will send your money to your address, or you can come to my kingdom and go to my palace, there you will get your entire money." Hearing this, the king sitting in front became furious with anger. That he started saying various good and bad things to Rohan. The situation reached such a stage that a scuffle broke out between the two. His bodyguard there and Rohan's bodyguard clashed with each other. After some time, a rich man came between them, and while solving their dispute, he said, "Maharaj, you borrow some money from me, you do not need to fight, it does not suit you, it is against your dignity. I lend you money, you return my money to me. Here's my address," and after giving his address, the rich man gave a lot of gold coins to Rohan. Whatever he had lost in gambling, he threw it on the face of the king sitting in front of him and told the king to these currencies have no value. You don't know how great a king we are, how big our city is, how prosperous it is. If you ever come to our city, then you will know. This gentleman has helped me, and in return I will definitely reward him for it. And saying this, Rohan gave him the address of his city and said that if you do not help us, then perhaps today, we would have been humiliated, but you have saved our honor, and in return we will honor you. If you ever need anything, feel free to come inside our palace in our city, the doors of our palace will always be open for you. That rich man just wanted that somehow my work should be done, somehow I should become high in the eyes of the Maharaj so that in future I can get my work done from him. After some time, it was evening and everyone left for their homes. Rohan also asked the rich man for permission to leave, and promising to return his money within some time, Rohan left from there with his bodyguards. A rich man was trapped in the drama created by him, due to which a lot of money was also taken. Rohan had planned to leave the city as soon as he fooled some rich man, because staying here now could prove dangerous. That's why he asked to call his friend who was guarding another king, because he had a bag full of gold coins. But even after searching a lot, he could not find that friend of Rohan anywhere. Now Rohan had realized that his partner had fooled him and he had taken away all the money. When Rohan came to know about this, he felt very sad. He couldn't think of any way. Without money he could not even leave this city, because he needed money to go anywhere, and the rich man from whom he had borrowed money would definitely catch him in this city some day or the other. If caught, he will be imprisoned for a long time. The thing to be understood here was that the rich man was trying to show off among those people how close he was to the king. I help him so that other rich people feel that he has very high contacts. He sits among the very rich and very rich people so that he can rise among his peers. That's why, for the sake of show off, he had lent that money to the king in the form of Rohan, and as you all know, Rohan was showing off so that he could make someone his victim. But they say that as you do, so will you do. Both of them got a show-off punishment. That rich man's money was looted, and here Rohan was fooled by his own companion. After some time, the courtiers of Kushinagar started searching for Rohan, because the rich man had come to know that he had been cheated and he wanted to find Rohan at any cost. That's why Rohan had to leave his home and run away secretly through the forest. While hiding in the forest, one day he reached a monk's hut where a monk was meditating. Rohan became very attracted towards the monk after seeing the simplicity of his face. Started waiting for them to come out of meditation. After some time, when the monk opened his eyes, he saw Rohan sitting in front of him. He asked Rohan, "Where are you going and what do you want from me here?" Rohan fell at his feet and started crying. Later he said, "Gurudev, I am tired of pretending. I cannot see any way out. I have to pretend in front of my family that I am doing some work in the city and I fool the people in the city. I flirt with them, cheat, my entire existence is based on show. Please help me. Please tell me a way by which I can live a simple life like you. I can be happy, calm and enjoy my life. I'm tired." The monk smilingly said that the whole world is just pretending. If someone tells you that you are a very honest person, then you become happy, knowing that you are a liar and a deceitful person. Everywhere, in every situation, whenever a person gets a chance, he likes to show off. Is not squared off. You too must have felt this. After showing off, you feel that you are very intelligent. You are clever, but due to being a driver, the simplicity of your life is lost. You are unable to remain ordinary, you try to show off everywhere, and that is why you are never able to experience the joy of life. But the thing to understand is that a person shows off in front of others only when he wants to be high in the eyes of the other person. If you are not impressed by the person in front of you, then there will be no need for you to show off, because somehow you want to attract the person in front of you, pull him towards you, and this is the biggest reason for showing off. But the person who has been attracted towards you because of your show off, then if he comes to know your truth tomorrow, he will also stay away from you. That's why, because of showing off, our own people also keep moving away from us. We never realize this and we keep falling alone. Ultimately, we find that there is no one around us whom we can call our own, with whom we can talk about our hearts, because we have only pretended in front of every person. But the person who knows himself is established in his solitude. It doesn't matter to him whether anyone comes or goes. He simply enjoys his own solitude. If someone comes, it is okay, and if someone goes, it is okay. He will not try to attract anyone, and that is why his life will become easier. It will become ordinary. The more simple you become, the more easily you will be able to enter into meditation. Life is a test, but some people are not able to struggle in that test, and they adopt the path of show-off. They do not want to live life truthfully. They do not even want to accept their own truth. There are many people who have many evils inside them, but they are never able to realize their evils themselves. They are not able to accept them themselves. They know that they have this deficiency. But due to ego and show-off, they are neither able to tell their evil in front of the other person, nor are they able to correct it by accepting it themselves. That is why, first of all, leave the world of appearances, keep the artificial world away, because only when the artificial world is away from you, your mind will be clean and pure. And the purer your mind is, the more good people will come in contact with you. And the more deceitful your mind is, the more deceitful people you will meet. The same people collide with us in life. The kind of perspective we have. If our viewpoint is clear and pure, then only pure people will confront us. And if our viewpoint is full of deceit, then how is it full? So we will encounter such people on the way. You will betray someone, someone will betray you, and this cycle continues. There's only one way out of this cycle. Don't try to attract anyone. Don't try to make anyone happy by forcefully lying. If you just adopt this small principle, then you will never know when your artificial world will actually change. By being simple, you have introduced yourself to the depths of meditation. Only then will you know the joy of life. Only then will you understand what is the real meaning of life. Fooling someone, lying to someone, pretending forcefully, this is not life. This is something else. This is sorrow. This is anguish. And this is the reason for sorrow. That's why if you want to cut down the sorrows, then first of all uproot the root of this tree and throw away the show-off plant you have planted. And saying this, the beggar went inside the hut. After he left, Rohan realized that the fundamental reason behind all the problems in his life was his show-off. If he stops pretending, then it is obvious that he will also stop lying. Then whatever be the situation, he will only speak the truth, and when he gets the courage to speak the truth, his life will automatically change. I was immersed in such thoughts. So friends, how are you feeling? You must tell the story in the comment section, and if you like it, then please subscribe this channel and press the bell notification. Till then, in the next story, take care.